హాయ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, నేను మీ రాజేష్ దొంతుల. ఈరోజు మనం నేర్చుకోబోతున్నాం సువాసన సూచికలు, ఓల్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ ఇండికేటర్స్ గురించి. అలాగే యాసిడ్స్ రియాక్ట్ విత్ మెటల్స్ యాక్టివిటీ. సో ఫస్ట్, ఓల్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ ఇండికేటర్స్. The substance whose order changes in acidic or basic media called olfactory indicators. Order means smell. The substance whose order changes with acidic or basic media called olfactory indicators. Okay. Some examples of the olfactory indicators are chopped onions, vanilla essence, and clove oil. How these all are olfactory indicators? Do three activities, small activities. First one, take some finely chopped onions in plastic bag along with some clean cloths. Take some finely chopped onions in plastic cover along with some clean cloths. Okay. Next, tie up the bag tightly and keep it overnight in the fridge. After, collect two strips. Strips means cloths. Pour on one cloth dilute hydrochloric acid and another cloth pour dilute NaOH. After, rinse both cloths with distilled water. Rinse means wash. Rinse means wash. After, rinse both cloths with water and observe the smell of the both strips. Strips means cloths. We will notice that different smell comes out. Different smell comes out from cloth strips. So, chopped onions are worked as a olfactory indicators. Again, on another activity about olfactory indicators, collect vanilla essence and two test tubes. Okay, pour few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid in one test tube and dilute NaOH another test tube. Okay, first few drops vanilla essence in first tube. Pour few drops of vanilla essence in first test tube. Pour few drops of vanilla essence second test tube and observe the smell of after few seconds. We will notice that different smell comes out in two test tubes. So vanilla essence are also worked as a olfactory indicator. Next, collect clove oil. Do same activity. Take two test tubes, pour dilute hydrochloric acid in one test tube, dilute NaOH in another test tube. After, pour few drops clove oil in one test tube, few drops clove oil another test tube. We will notice that after few seconds different smell comes out in two test tubes. So clove oil also worked as a olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicator means the substance whose order changes with acidic or basic media are called olfactory indicators. So these three are the examples of the olfactory indicators: chopped onions, vanilla essence, and clove oil. These three are the olfactory indicators. Next, one activity reaction of metals with acids. Reaction of metals with acid. Okay. To know about the reaction of acids with metals. This is the aim. Some materials are required. First one, retort stand. This is the retort stand. Next, test tube, one hole rubber cork and delivery tube, beaker with soap water and candle. Next, dilute hydrochloric acid and zinc granules. Dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute H2SO4. Anyone we take. These two are the acids. Anyone we take, no problem. Okay. So once again, materials required. First one stand. Next to test tube. One hole rubber cork. Zinc granules. Dilute hydrochloric acid, delivery tube, beaker, soap water, candle with flame. Okay, these all are the materials. First, set the apparatus as shown in the figure. Set the apparatus as shown in the figure. Next, pour some dilute sulfuric acid in test tube. Pour some dilute sulfuric acid in test tube. Add few zinc granules in it. Granules means pieces. Add few zinc granules in it. Okay. After some time, we will notice that on the surface of the zinc granules, gas bubbles are formed. What am I? Gas bubbles are formed. These gas bubbles are passed through the delivery tube. These gas bubbles pass through the delivery tube and reach in soap water. We will notice that number of bubbles are formed. Now test the bubbles. Which gas are evolved. Take a burning candle near the bubbles. We will notice that the burning candle flame put off with pop sound. So, I can conclude that here releasing gas is hydrogen gas. The pop sound indicates the hydrogen gas is liberated. So, acids react with metals. Metals means zinc granules here. Okay, acids react with metals. Hydrogen gas is liberated or releases. Okay. Once again, to know about the reaction of metals with acids, some materials are required. Retort stand, test tube, one hole rubber cork, dilute sulfuric acid, some zinc granules, beaker, soap water and burning candle. Okay. Procedure. First set the apparatus as shown in the figure. Next, pour dilute sulfuric acid in test tube. Add some zinc granules or few zinc granules in it. After some time, we will notice that on the surface of the zinc granules, some gas bubbles are formed. These gas bubbles are passed through the delivery tube and reach in soap water. We will notice that the bubbles forming is larger amount. And test the which gas are evolved. First take a burning candle near the gas bubble. We will notice that the gas bubble strike the flame. The flame put off with pop sound. The pop sound indicates the hydrogen gas is liberated or releases. Here reaction takes place. H2SO4 sulfuric acid react with metal, zinc sulfate salt plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Arrow mark shows upward direction, indication of the gas. So in this chemical reaction, H2SO4 plus Zn gives ZnSO4 plus H2. So I can conclude that all acids are react with metals, hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫ్రెండ్స్. నా వీడియో కానీ మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. అలాగే మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోకపోయినట్లయితే నా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. ఇలాంటి మరెన్నో వీడియోలు మీకు చాలా ఉపయోగకరంగా ఉంటాయి. వన్స్ లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ టు రీచ్ all your friends. Okay, thank you friends.